Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host with the most, as always, Francois878, and today is going to be a real short episode. It's going to be about the new tactical alert for December the 3rd through December the 10th. It is called Pack Mentality. It is to kill 50 and then 100 Drac Masters, which are the new Grineer, newish Grineer enemy that mainly are on Earth. I'm not sure if they can be encountered anywhere else, because these Drac Masters summon Kubros, and Kubros are really only on Earth. But I like them. They're a pretty cool enemy, and this tactical alert kind of highlights them and kind of shows them off in a nice way, similar to the 15.5 event for all the new infested enemies. And they haven't really been shown off as much yet, so it's nice to have this. It's a real easy tac alert. With all the other previous ones, this tac alert does have a conclave requirement. You have to get the first 50. You can only have a conclave of 700 or less, and for the next 50 after you've met your first goal, you can have a conclave of 500 or less. And those are pretty reasonably small. I found myself with kind of crap gear with the second one. But for those of you who don't know, each Warframe and piece of gear that you have a conclave rating, and the more mods and the higher level that you have, the more conclave that item has. So basically, the way that the reason these attack alerts could potentially be difficult is because you're not allowed to use your best gear, because your best gear have really high conclave levels. And that provides kind of a different sort of challenge. It's not just making the enemies, super bullet spongy, and I think I've said this probably in the last tactical alert video too, and I really like the way they do the way they've done the tac alert in the past. The first reward for this tactical alert for killing 50 Drac Masters is the Wreath Sigil. It's just a wreath-shaped sigil. It's pretty cool looking. I'm a big fan. I'm also a big fan of all the wintry sigils, the festive sigil is I think what they're calling the snowflake sigil, as well as the wreath sigil. I think they both look pretty cool. And once you kill your second 50 for a total of 100, you get the third piece of the Stratos emblem, which is the emblem that evolves for the more and more tactical alerts you do, the cooler it looks. And though I do have to say the addition for this one is a little bit lackluster. I'd say they could probably have done a little bit more with this particular tac alert, but what are you gonna do? Aside from that, there are no other rewards. In the past, there have been rewards for like 3-day affinity boosts and credit boosts, but they haven't had one for this one, so that was a little disappointing. But other than that, it's a pretty standard tac alert. Nothing fancy about it. But that's going to be it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen, and I apologize for not really doing anything on 15.5. As you can see here, I'm actually using the Parasite, which is, or the Paracyst, I'm not sure how it's pronounced exactly. I think it is the Parasite, which is a really cool rifle, and I'm thinking about doing a video just on it, because I really like it. It's a novelty weapon. It's probably not something you're going to bring 50 minutes onto a tier 2, a tier 4 survival. But it's one of those novelty guns like the Buzzlock sniper rifle, and it's interesting. I might do a video on it. And also Mesa here, the new gunslinging Warframe. I'm thinking I might do an episode on Mesa just because there's been kind of I don't want to say controversy, that might be overplaying it, but she is kind of a pain in the ass to get, and that's just the grind wall is just too high for her right now, I think, and I think that a lot of the I think a lot of people can agree on that. I don't think there's very many people who are just like, oh, stop complaining, it's not that bad. It's like, nah, it's pretty bad. But with that, that's all I'm going to say about the TAC alert for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and we will see you next time.